G'day again. I hope you're all doing well. So we've run into the weekend. Another sort of gloomy day in paradise. Yeah. Anyway, the wind's up. It's not raining, which is pleasing. No, just yeah, we're nearly at the point where we can give the header a run. So just getting it out of the shed and out in a bit of open spaces. A couple little jobs to do on it. Was just trying to pick the pickup front up actually to take with me that was in the shed in front of it, but yeah, the feeder house won't go down, so I'm yeah, not too sure on that one. But anyway, we'll work through that. So yeah, no, just got to chuck a bit of oil in the rotor gearbox. We've got a couple of jobs to do with the rotor. We're not too sure, the rotor's a bit out of balance, I think, just spinning it by hand, so we'll have a look at that. And no, but we've had a neighbour ring and he's looking at wanting to perhaps start and do a bit of windrowing towards the end of the week. So yeah, we'll just sort of do a bit over the weekend and try and get this header finished, and then yeah, we can sort of tick a few jobs off the list, so then if windrowing does start, we're sort of ready to go on other fronts. Yeah, so we've just got to head through Lake Avon Downs again. The water is getting away. We were able to open the door back into the drain, so but you know, the ducks are having a wow of a time. So no, but the weather forecast actually doesn't look too bad the next few days, or next week. There's Monday, they've got a bit forecast, but the wind is up, the wind's around the south, which is good, so that'll hopefully might blow it away. It's quite cold. Everyone's had to drag the jumpers out again, not that it got very hard to start with, but yeah, for, you know, we're whatever we are, 28th, 29th of October, and we're all still getting around in jumpers, and you could almost have a jacket on too if you wanted to. So, but anyway, so no, we'll do a few jobs on this header. I want to put the big front on and lift the adapter out. Just got a couple of jobs to do on it, and it'll be easier to do with the adapter out of it. So we'll do that, and yeah, we'll poke along over the weekend. I'm here on my own, which is at times isn't a bad thing. I can just muck around and I haven't got to worry about anyone else. So the guys got the airbags in on the truck yesterday. I got shot into town this morning and got a few hydraulic fittings, air fittings, and yeah, we're still tracking a few air leaks, but we'll get to the bottom of them. Yeah, anyway, there's plenty happening as per usual. So just here, you're going to put some oil in the rotor gearbox. Probably should have left the header in the shed because it's quite windy. So head cold's about I've got a little spot here, I can do it without hanging onto it. Stay. It holds about 7 litres. So what we've got, 20 litre drum with a hand pump. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pump a litre into this jug here that I've got, just so we don't overfill the gearbox. So we'll just count the pumps for a litre, and then we'll yeah, count them out as we pump it into the gearbox. It used to be about 4 to the litre, but so we're about 4 to the half litre. Yeah, so that'll be, what's that, 8 to the litre, 7 8 to 56 pumps, and we're away. All right, we'll see how we go. So just looking here, I just had to put these 2 belts on, which was a bit tricky. Yeah, we've just been draining the engine oil because it hasn't been done. Just what I was talking about the rotor before. If we just give it a spin. So what should happen is it basically should just come to a slow stop. Yeah, and not, you'll just see here in the minute it gets to a point. Oh, it's actually not too bad. We spun it the other day and it it didn't, it actually stopped and then span backwards, so we're sort of thinking it might have been a bit out of balance. What I have noticed is, and that one just there, if you can see him, there's a spiked bar. When Brendan's put him on, he's gone a bit far forward, so that's the split to where the sort of the back half of the rotor's just here. So there's probably 2 spiked bars there that need to come off, but it's actually not too bad. So I'll swap those 2 spiked bars out, and hopefully it's pretty good. But we'll chuck a bit of engine oil in it, and yeah, change the fuel oil filter while we're going, engine oil filter, and got to change the fuel filters as well, which we'll do. But yeah, we're nearly at the point where we can go to work. We've got a bit of a problem though with the feeder house. The feeder house won't go down. It's saying there's lower height valves is disconnected or something. So I'm just not sure what's going on, as though there's a electrical plug that hasn't been plugged in or something like that. So I don't think it's anything too drastic, because it lifts up but it just won't go down. So I can't go down. I can't, obviously it's nearly right up now. I need it to go down so we can pick the big front up and pull the adapter out. So it is Saturday. I don't like ringing the mechanic on the weekends, but I might be able to ring him and he might be able to just point me in the right direction to what it might be. I think it's something simple, but I'm just not too sure what it'll be. Crack it with the big bar. Hopefully. Oh, it's really loud. Oh, it's hot. Loctite on him. Sure they're nice and tight. The last thing we want is one of these to come off when the rotor's at 800 or 900 revs a minute. Get a bit ugly a bit quickly. There's his mate. Come on. Come on. You're here somewhere. There. Ta-da. So doing this might cause a bit of grief with the balance, but we'll just see. We'll get it on this one on and give it another spin and just see what it's going to do. Fingers crossed, it's pretty good. Which way? That way. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Which way's it got to go? Spins that way. Round and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Huffing and puffing like I've just run a kilometre. As I said, the wind's up. It's yeah, going to dry things out. It's as frustrating as the wind can be. It gets under your just nothing makes your mood more miserable than wind. We've stopped there. Oh, yeah. We'll call that pretty good. We'll give it a run and just see how it goes. I think that'll be alright though. We'll just chuck a bit of engine oil back in him and quick check over everything else. But I think we're nearly ready to give it a run, and we'll run it up and see how it goes. We've got the engine oil changed and the filter changed. I'm just in here. It's pretty tight in here. This is just above the rotor gearbox, engine turbo here. When the machine was, if the machine was running, this would be a pretty hot spot to be. But I'm just gonna, some of this black tubey stuffs with the exhaust just there, just with the heat, I think it's perished a bit. So there's a bit down there too, and a bit down there. There's been a few critters about chewing on it, but yeah, I've just got a new bag of tubey stuff, black tubey stuff. I'm just going to replace some of that just to protect the wiring. We'll give a bit of a clean out. It's got a bit of dirt and crap in it while we're going, and should be Mickey Mouse hopefully once we're finished. So it looks a bit better. Not sure I'll make an auto electrician, but yeah, no, it's a bit tidier. Just neatens it up and protects those wirings. There's a fair few wires in there, and I'm not too sure what they do, but yeah, so no, a lot neater. We might get the blower and give it a bit of a blow down before we fire it up. Yeah, it's amazing. These things can sit, you can think that you've got them clean, but yeah, they can sit, and you get a few mice, and we've got a few rats getting around, but hopefully we've got on top of them. But yeah, they seem to find all where the dust's hiding and that sort of stuff, and there's a bit of dust sitting around, so we'll get the blower on the job, and then yeah, we might fire it up and give it a run. Okay, there's the key. There's the key. Always take the key out when you're changing the oil. Just had to put a couple of bolts in that hadn't been put in, just on a cowling on the fan around there. Still trying to work out, well, I haven't really had to play with it at all, the Pro 700 screen. So what do we got? Good oil pressure, still don't know. Line disconnected. Anyway, yeah, no, go away, the GPS isn't hooked up. So, just one thing I haven't done is put the rotor in gear. Just put it in low. these up at the cabin so I know where they are. I'll just sit a bit there in the pocket. So we might just sounds alright so far. Now, what's going on? Chopper knives. Disengage chopper knives. Okay. Spreader off separator. Turn off separator. Might be a bit more to firing it back up as I thought. To come back here, I think we'll have a play with this. Sieves have leveled themselves up a bit anyway, which is good. They're yeah, on the angle. So anyway, I'll have a play with it, and when I get it going, I'll come back to you. Well, the grand startups failed dismally. Yeah, something to do with error codes coming up that we need to disengage the chopper blades, but the chopper blades are disengaged. So I'm not too sure what the go is. But anyway, we can. It's not the end of the world. We can soldier on. Probably the bigger issue at the moment is why the bloody feeder house won't come down. I've just put an SOS out on Twitter. Someone cleverer than me might be able to tell me why. Funny thing is, it'll go up, but it won't come down. So, yeah, it makes it a bit hard to pick the front up when we can't lower it to pick it up. Anyway, it's not all beer and Skittles. Plenty of fun and games. Anyway, so yeah, we might call it a day, and we'll see what we can sort out tomorrow. Morning! Hope you're going well. So just a bit of an update on the header. I put a bit of call out on Twitter last night just to see whether anyone had any leads on what may have happened. Thanks to you guys that did reach out. But I've had a bit of a follow around and a look around, and what we've actually found is, try and get it in here and show you if you can see. I think this is the solenoid bank that lets the front down, just following the hydraulic line back here. And what we have is we have a wire that has been chewed. So I think that's our connection issue as to why it's not reading it. So we'll join that back up, and then we'll see how we go. So we've fixed the wire up. We've just put a bit of heat shrink around it, and then I've also just wrapped a bit of electrical tape around it. Yeah, fingers crossed that's the problem. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I'll go away. Yeah, so we've managed to solve that one. It's amazing. Something as simple as a broken wire, but when it controls the hydraulic solenoid, yeah, why it won't send a message to open the solenoid to let it go back down again. And the other one, I think the chopper wasn't in gear, is why the separator wouldn't allow the separator to come into gear. So hopefully we've got it in gear now. Seems alright. We've got a bit of rotor speed. We'll jump out and have a look and see what's going on out the back. raining. Just a couple of guards here at the back that need lifting up before we're running up to speed, so I'll just shut it down and get them in the right spot. It's a bit of a change of plans. I was going to pull the adapter out of the front and have a muck around with it, but I sort of decided at the moment to leave it in. So we just got to put a new floor pan in here. You can see that one's had something go through it at some stage and sort of punched a couple of holes in it, and it's not real crash hot. So we've pulled the adapter plate out, and we've got a new stainless steel floor pan here, and it is being made by XTD Engineering in Swan Hill. Just shout out to Shane. I got a bit of stuff off him last year, some skid plates and another the plastic floor pan that goes underneath that, under the front. So I got another one this year, and then got this off him and some more skid plates and that. Yeah, no, good quality stuff, all stainless steel, and seems to fit up really well. So yeah, well we just got to let the springs off to let that roller float up a bit so we can get that one out and get the new one in, and yeah, we'll see how we go. Yeah, I sort of don't want to pull the adapter out if I don't have to, because there's a bit of mucking around in doing it. So, but no, we'll see how we go. We managed to get the old one out. Engineers get a bit of a bad rap around here because they design stuff that just seems impossible to service. So we actually managed to get it out through the bottom. So yeah, who knew? But we've got a bit of a nice little hidey hole for a rat or a few mice or something that have been camped in here. So we'll get a bit of this crap out of the road, and then we'll try and get the new one in. Yeah, but we're winning. That's the main thing. We are winning. That looks a bit better. It was a pain in the ass to feed. Yeah, just trying to get it to feed it back in up through the bottom, one while it's on the trailer, but yeah, we just had to give him a bit of a tap with the hammer to get it in. But yeah, look, it's fitted up pretty well. We'll bang a few bolts back in it. While we've got this adapter off, we might do the chain for that drum, and then also what we've got to do is we're going to take a grinder to this bit of flighting here, and apparently if we cut it back about 600 mil, which will be back somewhere around here, and that just allows the material, rather than coming right across to the center of the machine, it can come to the corner, just so the material, apparently this is what the guru's telling me, yeah, it just allows that material to spread across the full width of the feeder house, rather than tending to want to feed up the middle. So anyway, we're making progress. We might put the nose bag on and have a bit of lunch, and then we'll yeah, get it bolted back together. Hey-o! So got the new floor in. We cut the flighting back there just to make the gap a bit bigger in the middle, so it's not bringing all the crop to the center. What else we do? A new chain in there, which was a bit of a fiddly bugger of a job, but anyway, it's easier now than when it's 40 degrees. So yeah, we'll chuck the header on it. I just want to lift the reel up and yeah, do the Draper bearings, and then we can, yeah, when one of the guys are here tomorrow, we can put the mats back in it and bang the knife in it, and it's yeah, nearly ready to go. Ta-da! Yeah, needed two hands. That's all right. We'll get it out of the road here without backing into the shed if we can, and backing over those couple of shuttles, and yeah, get these last few jobs done on it. We retreated to the shed. There's been a little shower of rain, but yeah, it's stopped now. But it's the end of the day. The day's about done. I'm just going to show you these. We've got the rollers out of the Draper front. They've just got a bearing up the end of them, and then the other end's the same as what it was on the windrow. Same setup, the drive rollers. So what I've actually got is it's a puller of some sort that we bought for something. Oh, that was me finger. Oh. They will actually thread into the end of the bearing. The bearing's got a thread in the end of it. Oh, just got me. Anyway, might be time to knock off, I think. So I'll just screw that in. One thing I was gonna just point out and say where I've got them, earplugs. These are your safety awareness talk. Look, being in the metal fabrication industry, I've spent a good time of my life on an angle grinder and that sort of stuff, but I just keep corded earplugs, buy them in a box of, I don't know, box of 100, and they come in a little packet, so you just chuck a handful of packets in the utes and that sort of stuff, and I try and get the boys to wear them too, but yeah, it's a bit like talking to a post at times. They're not really receptive, but I've always got a pair in my pocket, and they go through the washing machine and they come out clean. But yeah, but my dad's as deaf as a post, and I vowed and declared I'd never end up deaf as a post like him. So anyway, hopefully. Whew, it is coming. And there we go, there we have it. So they're actually probably, the bearings are probably all right, but I just thought, while we're going, we'll do them. We know they're done then, not knowing the machine. Yeah, anyway, whew, we'll puff up then, anyway. Yeah, so we might wind this one up. It's been a good couple of days working on the header. We're, yeah, half a day, or probably turned into a day. We'll have, it'll be about ready to go to work. Yeah, which is good. So we'll just see, might get the mechanic back to do the calibrations, but it probably wouldn't hurt for me to do them myself anyway, so I'll learn how to do it. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Keep subscribing, and we'll catch you on the next one.